Hey, True Believers, Englentine here with another batch of comic book reviews. From the independent circles, we've got a book called Strange Skies Over Berlin from DC Comics, Batman number 80, and as you could tell, from Marvel Comics, Ghost Rider. It's pretty cool, so kick back, relax, let's get this party started, and yes, you will hear that darn bird over and over throughout the video. It's a poster cover, but it works. I gotta say, I do like it. The swinging chain. I do think if they included it a little bit more into the picture, it would have been a little cooler the way the chain goes. But otherwise, I think it's pretty damn decent cover here. The only thing I would improve is, I don't know, a bit of more of a close-up, though. Have to admit, not a fan of the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider. I didn't like Spirits of Vengeance when it came out. I thought it was poorly written. Never had any kind of atmosphere to it at all. I did enjoy, however, the last Ghost Rider comic book that they did, the Johnny Blaze, and I appreciate the opening here. We've got Ghost Rider, King of Hell, taking out some demons who don't think he should be king, and stopping demons who feel they need to escape. And that is basically the premise of this particular series, it seems like, where Johnny Blaze travels back to Earth so he could bring back some demons who had escaped from hell. Kind of seen and done that, been here before, but overall, I'm in. Sounds good. Ed Bryson is the writer. Aaron Cooter is the artist here. So yeah, let's talk about this. When I first read this book, it gave me kind of a DC Vertigo Lucifer feel. That's the way I kind of view Johnny Blaze in this book. He's not the motorcycle guy. He's the king of hell. He's walking around in his bare feet now, sunglasses on. So it really does, it doesn't give you biker feel. It gives you that, like I said, it's more like Lucifer. But that's not a bad comparison. That's a pretty good book, and this is too. It's mostly character. We also catch up with Danny Ketch, who's really tired of the whole Spirit of Vengeance thing. He fights it because he wants the Spirit of Vengeance to basically give up on him and go somewhere else. And really, that's the crux of this issue. After we get the introduction in Hell, after we find out what he's there for, we go to Danny Ketch. He becomes He becomes a Ghost Rider for a while to take down a demon. Lucifer shows up. Well, Johnny Blaze shows up. They take him out, and then they talk about, I need your help. No, of course not. And you know he's going to help anyway at a certain time anyway. Overall, like I said, though, very entertaining book. I'm glad to see Ghost Rider back in form. I'm glad to see the bike rather than the car. And to me, this is just absolutely awesome. Now, they'll tell you don't judge a book by its cover. But then I see a book like Strange Skies Over East Berlin. And if you're in a comic book shop, you judge a lot of books by their cover. And this really got me, actually. I was thinking, okay, are they doing a Cold War story? Is that what's going on? Why is there a meteor going through this person's head? Obviously, it's got to be a metaphor for it. Anyway, I loved the cover, picked it up. So I just felt I had to read it based on what I see right there. And it's by a guy named Jeff Loveness. I don't know why I just looked at that and read it wrong. And then Lysandra Etzerin is I can't read those names. Sorry, guys. But you know what? Whoever they are, they do this book a service. It's very well written. It's very well drawn. You could tell it's kind of got that painted look to it. It's good, guys. Takes place in East Berlin, behind the wall, Cold War times. We have a spy. He is a spy for our side, and he's in East Berlin. And most of this is a book, one of those books where like they have a big panel and only one word. You see it right here, and only one word balloon. So it's like, yeah, I'm sure you could have fit more story on this, but in all honesty, the art tells a lot of it. You don't need a lot of the words for this to work. And it really does work, to tell you the truth. But the first half of it is really involved in this guy, the American spy, trying to stop a whole bunch of kids who think that they're the ones that are going to make it over the Berlin Wall. They're not going to get shot by the communists who want to keep them in. And I don't know if this is trying to say anything about the Trump wall or anything like that, because it really doesn't try to. There's no big ham-fisted message or anything. as far as American politics are concerned. It is really just concerned with the story at hand. So if it's there, you can take it or you can't, or you don't have to. And I think that's the best way to put politics into a book. Make it so the story is telling the story, and if your message is in there, readers are either going to get it or they're not, but they might just flat out enjoy the story for what it is. And I absolutely love this book. I cannot wait for the second issue. I want to see how this turns out. It looks good, and I've got to give it to the writer, man, because I was on edge in a couple of scenes when they're talking about not just the part where the kids are trying to get over the wall, but later when they do see a meteor and he is in an underground bunker trying to figure out what happened, and it just seems like it's a tense moment all the way through. Seriously, you should pick this book up. And finally, I've got Batman number 80 to talk about. Yeah. Okay, so taking a look at the cover here, we have a bloodied and beaten Batman with a not-so-bloodied and beaten Catwoman. So I guess it's just to sort of symbolize what Batman's been through during the City of Bane storyline and what needs to happen from here on in. Now, here's the thing. If I tell you that this book is better than issue 79 or even 78, that might sound like it's, oh, wow, okay, yeah, I got to check that out. That's really cool. But 79 and 78 sucked really bad. Really, really bad. So here we have Batman returning to Gotham. And he's basically taking out a lot of the lieutenants, the ones that Bane had brainwashed. So they were his lieutenants. They're the cops. They're controlling Gotham now. And we see Batman going around disguised, taking them out one by one. And I kind of enjoy this because here we're getting a little bit of Batman the way Batman needs to be. Not a lot. And the dialogue is so horrible. Oh, my gosh. I understand what he's trying to go for. He wants to make this a noirish kind of story, but it doesn't come off that way. It comes off as a guy who is telling a story that he wrote to a shrink. And that's basically what Tom King has been doing with Batman for a long, long time now. Granted, this is also the point where we do see what happened to Robin after issue number 77, and the fact that Batman knows that as soon as he took out a couple of lieutenants, that his dad from the Flashpoint dimension knows that he's there and he's got to shoot Robin. So there is some tension there, but overall, I love what's on the page as far as art is concerned. I think it looks good. I think it's a beautiful book. I love the way it looks, the rain, the whole 9 yards. I would love this to be a dialogueless or a wordless comic book. Just give us the story, but without all of the BS that we're getting from Tom King these days. It's like, you know what? Here's something. Take a page out of Stan Lee's book, Tom King. Be a plotter, not a writer, not a dialogue writer, because I think that's your real strength, because the plot is really good in this issue. So there you go, guys. 3 books, Marvel, DC, and an independent comic book. The big winner, I've got to say, is Strange Skies Over Berlin. Then I would go with Ghost Rider, and then I would go with Batman. And this is the second review this week where my DC pick was the worst of the bunch. Yeah, not a good run for my favorite company. And by that I mean, I just love the DC characters better. I always have. I want to see Batman return to form, though, and unfortunately it's not quite there yet. Not quite yet. On the other hand, for Marvel, Ghost Rider is back and in fine form. So there you go. And also, don't forget to pick up Strange Skies Over Berlin. It is awesome. But that's my opinion. What is yours? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you haven't done it already, make sure that your notifications are all on so you don't miss anything. Cool things happen around these parts. And if you don't mind helping out the channel, go on over to Patreon, go on over to Ko-Fi, drop $1 in the till. helps keep the lights on, helps keep making videos for you. This is the way I'm trying to make a living. And YouTube is choking this channel. Whoop, wrong channel. Sorry. I'm so used to saying that now. But also what you could do is go on over to Ko-Fi and to commission a video. Just pick a topic, pick a subject, and I'll get that video out to you ASAP. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.